Okay. I can't tell when this exactly starts recording, but I'm here in my dad's house, and he's sitting right here. I just finished a couple of other sessions. And in order to, maybe give him something back for everything that he gave me, I could say something that would be meaningful to him. And I'm not quite sure what that would be, because he's come to a point where he's fairly content in life, and he's at peace with the life that he's lived here, and he's 92 years old. And so what would be meaningful to know? What that you don't know, that if you knew it, would make you go, oh, great, I don't have to worry about anything else. Everything's okay. What would that be? What would that knowledge be where you could just go, oh, thank God. I don't have to worry about anybody anymore. Well, let's see what that would be. What could there possibly be that would make all this wrongness right? You'd think that'd be a bit of a conundrum, right?
Definitely.
You know how when you go to the dentist and it ends up being a lot more painful than you thought it was going to be? And you think in the moment that it's such a torture that you can't imagine how you'll ever get through it, but you do. And then it's like it never happened. It wasn't even real. It's just a memory. Was that the way I remember it? Is the memory even accurate? Doesn't matter if it's accurate or not. It's not happening anymore. It's over and it's done. That's the nice thing about temporality, the temporal nature of man. It's not very long.
It really isn't.
And then it's done. And guess what happens when it's done? It doesn't matter anymore, because you're not matter anymore. You're free. And when you're free and you look back on the people that are in matter, that are, oh my God, what do I do about myself and my life, and how am I going to survive and prosper and enjoy myself, or survive, whatever, right? It's all a big game of pretend. No matter how bad it gets, it's still a pretense. Still going to a movie. Which one did you go to? Did you go to a comedy? Did you go to an action movie? Did you go to a G-rated family movie? Did you go on an action and adventure movie? Well, it doesn't matter when the movie's over, does it? And you're back to yourself. And that's what happens when you die. You're back to yourself. This is not yourself. And that's why you can relax. It's not anybody's self. And when it's over, and it'll be soon enough over for even the youngest ones, then it doesn't matter anymore. It was an experience. It was a role. It was a life. And everybody chose it anyway, even though it goes the way that it goes. Why? I can't remember. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me at all. I don't think I would choose it again. But on the other hand, why would I have to if I'm going to go free here? If you can move through solidity into freedom while you're living, what else do you have to prove to yourself? What else do you have to understand? What else do you have to know? You certainly don't have to have, know, be, or understand any of that. You're still here temporary, and when you go, you're free. So why go free now? Because it'd be fun, because you can, because it's okay, because it makes life better for everyone else. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, so if you're here, that's okay. If you die, that's okay. Neither one matters, but why not have matter not matter so much to everybody else while you're able to say, I get it, I know, I understand, I know how it is. I was like you too. It's okay. It'll get better in the end. You'll wake up as soon as you choose to. Whether you choose to or not, that doesn't matter either. Just know that you can if you want to. And if you want to, all you have to do is ask and open and receive and keep receiving. Just don't shut it down once you open it up. It's pretty simple. Open and stay in the opening. Open, 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 says me. Or don't. Because either way, it's not going to matter. But on the other hand, and in another way, paradoxically, it would matter to some. If you took the plunge and put your toe in the water and dove into a flow of wisdom, a flow of freedom, and said, hey, it's nice now to be me. It's nice to be here. I'm enjoying it. I'm finally happy, so relax already. It wasn't your fault. It was part of my path. And the past doesn't matter. Only what you realized, only what you achieved. The hero's journey is overcoming opposition and triumphing in the end. What's the point if you don't have any good opposition?
I had too many problems of my own.
Of course. Heaped them on top of yourself. But again, so it doesn't matter, It kind of worked out anyway.
It worked out in the end. It just takes a long time.
Yeah, okay, so we all suffered. So what? So what? You have to look at the times when you were suffering when it really wasn't so bad. And they actually kind of liked it. Did I have any of those? I can't seem to remember them, but I know I wasn't. Always unhappy all the time. And even though I can't say for sure, all that matters is what's possible for me now.
Right.
Okay, so you don't have to figure it out. What you do is you say, oh, okay, so is it as good as I wanted to get for me now? No. Okay, well then that's what you focus on. You say, okay, what am I now? Where are my limitations? Where are my barriers? Where's my unconsciousness? Where's my idiosyncrasies and my automaticities that move me unconsciously in certain ways that are inappropriate, self-destructive, counterintuitive, oppositional, competitive, whatever. Whatever it is, it's not a wise movement of grace. Yeah, so just notice that. Notice the fact that you can notice a wise movement of grace. Notice that nothing else matters. Just put your awareness there. And let it flow. Feel what that is. Know what that experience is for somebody to have. It's right there. Allow it to flow to you, through you, around you, for you. It's there. Why not? Then allow it to move you. And then that moving with grace, allow yourself to find yourself there. Because that's where you are when you find your truth. In a state of grace. And you notice the radiance. And you notice that the light was never really out. Might have been a little dim. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of fuel for the fire right now. It can get really bright. A fire transformation, there's all the lies, all the thoughts, all the ideas, all the intentions, all the judgments, all the obligations and commitments that everybody makes when they go stupid, and go unconscious, and forget who they are. So when you let it happen, you're just allowing movement. The dam is open or broken. So the damnation of the flow of grace is no longer damned. You're no longer damned. You're open and flowing and moving and feeling what it is to be free again. Then you can relax. Say, okay, I get it. I don't have to try anymore. All I have to do is remember and notice. Freedom, grace, harmony, wholeness, completion. They're all there. They're all open. They're all could be experienced as your experience of you. Notice that you can sample them. Notice what happens when you do. Sample grace. Feel it in every cell of your body. What is grace? Well, grace is sublime, whatever it is. It's healing. It's loving. It's life-supporting. And with grace comes wisdom. The wisdom to know that you wait until the flow of grace moves you. So you open to grace and let it flow. And when it moves you, then you take action. Can't swear I know that that's true or not, but I think it is. So we let bygones be bygones. You're free. Deservedly so. Me too. Why? Because we let it happen. We didn't say no. That's the price you have to pay to not stop it from happening. If you let it happen, you'd get all the credit, did all the work, while doing none of it. But all of the act of creation is to let it happen. So anything that doesn't feel like grace in your body, don't dive in all the way while you dive in all the way. Dive in half the way, and the other half is awake and aware and whole and complete. All of the completion is in all of the incompletion, and all of the incompletion is in the completion. You've merged the transcendent with the profane. And you allow the paradox to exist within you, within your experience of yourself at the same time. You see, one's not right and the other one's wrong. They're both right. They're both true. They seem to be the opposite of each other, but they're both true at the same time. So you own them both. When you own them both, the transcendent dissolves the profane, enlightens it, brings it home again. You see? So you surrender completely, but you really end up saving yourself in the end. Because you wake up as you, the divine you, the brother of Christ, or the one who stepped on the shoulders of Buddha, or the one who flew with Shiva and didn't need to have somebody write a story about it. He just did it and enjoyed it, shared it with whoever has eyes to see and ears to hear, right? So that's probably as much as you need to listen to.
Just leaves me with things to do.
Does it?
Finish them up.
Finish what up?
What I already started.
What'd you start?
I'm getting in tune. I get this in this space.
Yeah. You're already here, so what do you need to get to?
Where I need to
You're already planning on going somewhere else, unconscious again?
Oh, yes.
Why? Why not just stay conscious? Why not just experience the transformation of yourself right now? I was really holding on to my ego here, really holding on to my identity, really demanding that my reality actually stay the way that it is and not improve, to be predictable. Okay, so just notice that you were planning on going back there, so I'm chastising you a little bit and saying stop it.
I wasn't planning on going back.
No, but you were already back. So stop saying no.
I was still trying to make the connections.
That's what I'm saying. You went away from allowing the flow to move you to chasing it. You can't chase the flow. You can't connect to the flow. You can't look out in desperation and connect to the flow. You say, here I am, come find me. It's a different way. It's a different frequency. You don't go searching when you're the lost lamb, right? You say, wow, here I am, come find me. And then you go, what do you allow yourself to be found by? Whatever it is that answers every question that ever mattered to you. Or made it irrelevant and unnecessary and unimportant. Because you noticed the truth of you and you allowed that to set you free. So on that note, we'll say another one bites the dust. Number 4 done.